guys! Today, I'm back with another quick recipe, onigiri. These are small rice balls that are one of Japan's most simple and delicious snacks or meals to make. Whether you want to make something for on the go or while at home, onigiri is the perfect dish. What's also great is that you can customize your onigiri with your favorite ingredients. From simply grilled to salmon and tuna fillings, there are so many variations to try. You can find onigiri in every convenience store or supermarket around Japan with dozens of different flavors. However, I will show you how to make it easily at home. But before we begin guys, I'd like to say a big thank you to our sponsor, Tokyo Treat and Sakurako. I've shown you many different boxes from Tokyo Treat and Sakurako in the past, and their latest box in June has even more delicious treats. Every time, I'm always so surprised at all the amazing stuff that you can get. Tokyo Treat has seasonal sweets and exclusive snacks depending on the time of year, while Sakurako has locally made wagashi or traditional Japanese sweets. And you also get a piece of beautiful tableware. So get your specially picked treats with Tokyo Treat and Sakurako. And let's get making today's dish, onigiri! Today, we'll make 5 different types of onigiri. At first, umeboshi or pickled plum, salmon, beef, okaka or dried bonito flakes. Then finally, a grilled onigiri. Oh, by the way, these are all my go-to original recipes. Let's start off by preparing all the ingredients. We will start with the first onigiri, umeboshi. Umeboshi are pickled plums with a slight sweetness and sourness. They are made by salting plums and letting them sit and ferment in the sunshine till they turn like this. Umeboshi are one of the most popular fillings in onigiri and definitely one of my favorites. The second onigiri uses salmon, which has been lightly cured in salt. If you can't find this, use fresh salmon and salt it before frying, about 30 minutes. My top tip is to season the salmon strongly. I'm using a griddle like this, but feel free to use a regular frying pan on medium-high heat. Fry for 2 to 3 minutes on each side, constantly flipping over. We want the flesh to have a little bite and a slight char to add extra flavor to our onigiri. Once cooked, set aside to cool down for around 5 minutes. Next is the Okaka Onigiri, which uses soy sauce and bonito flakes. First, pour in 25 milliliters of soy sauce to 10 grams of bonito flakes and give it a light mix like this. Once fully mixed, squeeze out the excess soy sauce. Don't throw away the soy sauce as we'll be using that later on. Next, over a paper towel, break up the bonito flakes like so. Then, we will put this in the microwave for 1.5 minutes. The bonito flakes will harden, so we can break it apart even finer. If it's still hard to break apart, put it in the microwave for another minute or so. Put the bonito flakes into a medium-sized ball and break apart even fine, until it looks like this. Next, we'll add in 2 grams of sesame seeds, then a pinch of shichimi or hot pepper. Please add however much you would like, or leave it out entirely. I like it spicy, so I will add a lot. Then, give everything a light mix and set aside. For the meat onigiri, in a frying pan, add 2 teaspoons of sake, 4 teaspoons of mirin, and 2 teaspoons of soy sauce. Turn on the heat and bring to a boil. Once boiling, turn down the heat and add in 1 teaspoon of honey and mix together. Add in some finely sliced ginger. Then add the meat like this and boil until cooked through. The sauce will soak into the meat and make it even more delicious. When it is cooked and most of the sauce has disappeared, place in a bowl and set aside. Finally, let's make the tare for the grilled onigiri. Into a bowl, add 1 tablespoon of mirin and same amount of soy sauce. To remove the alcohol from the mirin, put it into a microwave for 20 seconds. Then add 1 tablespoon of miso paste and mix with a whisk. Add a knob of grated garlic. And finally, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil and give everything a mix. Now we have everything to make our 5 onigiris. To start, we will use rice that has been slightly cooled down as it's easier to form the onigiri. We will also use some salted water to help shape the onigiri. This is a mix of 2 tablespoons of water and 2 teaspoons of salt. Let's begin with the Umeboshi Onigiri. Start by taking out the seed inside the umeboshi like this. Remember not to waste any of the flesh. We will use around 140 grams of rice for each onigiri. Wet your hands with the salted water and weigh out 140 grams of rice. If you feel a little too much, adjust the amount of rice. Make a small pocket inside the rice like so. Then place your umeboshi inside and wrap the rice around. We want to make a nice triangle shape, so roll the onigiri around and press with your hand like this. Next, we will make the salmon onigiri. Doing exactly the same as before, weigh out your rice, add the salmon inside, then form into a triangle shape. For the okaka, we'll do something slightly different. First, make the rice into a triangle shape. Then, dip each side into the bonito flakes until completely covered. Like this. Next, the beef onigiri. Same as the salmon onigiri, weigh out your rice, add the beef, then form into a triangle shape. Finally, for the grilled onigiri, simply make the rice into a triangle shape. Next, heat your grill or frying pan on the medium heat. Then, brush on some sesame oil so the onigiri doesn't stick. Then slowly grill your onigiri, constantly checking each side. When you see some charring, you can flip it over. Make sure you grill every side like this. Once each side has a nice char, brush each side with the tare we made earlier. The onigiri will easily burn, so please be careful. The tare will soak into the onigiri and also give a nice crunch outside. Next, get your seaweed and fold it in half if it's too big. The smooth side of the seaweed will face outwards and the rough side will be inwards. Place your onigiri on one side of the seaweed and fold it over like this. Fold the edges around so the whole onigiri is wrapped in the seaweed. Then repeat for each onigiri. Don't forget which one is which though. Then with our remaining ingredients, place a little on top of each onigiri like so. And your onigiri are ready. Don't they look amazing? Boxing isn't for the faint-hearted. It takes determination, discipline, and desire. Training day after day, Hour after hour, minute after minute, that's what it takes to be a champ. Tokyo Treat! But I couldn't have done it without Tokyo Treat and Sakurako. There's nothing better to keep you energized and ready for your training than these delicious treats. Each month, you'll get authentic and traditional Japanese snacks delivered directly to your door. June's Tokyo Treat box is one of my favorites so far, as it is all things Osaka. From takoyaki snacks to okonomiyaki flavored rice crackers. They even have a tonkotsu style ramen. That is vegetarian! June's Sakurako box is inspired by one of my favorite wagashi, mochi, and Japan's delicious fruits. As summer is coming, you can get things like this beautiful shine muscat jelly and some tasty rice crackers as well. You will also get some genmaicha with green tea from Kanagawa Prefecture to wash everything down. So if you want to experience a taste of Japan, check my links down below and also use code CHAMP for $5 off. This time, we made 5 different types of onigiri, but you can use whatever filling you like. The Yaki onigiri looks so good that I had to have a bite. Listen to that crunch! And it tastes just as good. I recommend you to try my original onigiri recipes. If you guys have any other recipes you want me to make, please leave a comment down below.